In this video, I'm going to talk about where you set up the tee when you're doing tee work. So I'm going to talk about where to set the tee up for a pitch down the middle, for a pitch inside, and a pitch outside. Now this is probably the most common mistake I see from hitters, is that they're setting, for example, a ball up down the middle, and they're set up with the ball in the middle of their body. You could have the best mechanics in the world, but if your timing is off, your swing does you no good. So let's first talk about for a pitch down the middle. For a pitch down the middle, when you take your stride, or if you don't stride, but when your front foot gets down, this ball is going to be about even or a tiny bit in front of your front foot, depending on where you like it. The most common mistake I see from hitters is they'll set up for a pitch down the middle. When they take their step, the ball is like even with their belly button or right in the middle of their body. So at contact, you're going to be here and you're going to be jamming yourself, not getting maximum power, and you're probably going to hit everything opposite field. So for a pitch down the middle, you want, when you take your stride or when you get your front foot down, that ball is going to be even or just a tiny bit in front of your front foot. Now let's talk about for a pitch inside. So inside, because it's coming into us, we don't want to let it go deep. We want that ball to be a couple inches in front of our front foot when we make contact. If I let this ball travel, let's even say even with our front foot, I look jammed. So my elbows are really close to my body. Once the ball hits my bat, I'm not gonna generate maximum power to get to extension. So when this ball comes in and when you're setting this ball up on the tee for your inside pitch, go slow, take your stride, or just go ahead, get in your load. Once your front foot is down, just go slow to contact and feel, or kind of see if you feel strong in this position. Now for a pitch outside, we're gonna let this ball travel a little bit deeper. So when you set up, you take your stride, or when you get your front foot down, this ball is gonna be right inside of your front foot. So when you go to contact, you're still in a strong position to make contact. If this ball is a little bit too far in front, I'm gonna be getting off the end of the barrel. If it's too far behind, that ball is gonna go foul. So I'm setting up, take my stride, that ball is gonna be right inside my front foot in order to get maximum power. Now I'm a visual learner, and something that I find helpful for me is I like to put 3 balls down. The first one being where I would make contact for a pitch inside, the second one being where I would make contact for a pitch down the middle, and then the third one being where I would make contact for an outside pitch. So, you know, this is great if you're doing front toss. You can even have these set up if you are working off the tee. Let's say I'm working on an inside pitch. I'm gonna get rid of this ball, put the tee there, and then I'm just gonna keep those there, again, for a visual to see where I need to be making contact for all 3 pitches. Just be aware that when you are at practice or when you are hitting off the tee at home, not every single hitter is gonna look the same, or their balls aren't gonna look the same. So for example, you know, I like to start with my front foot around like the front of the plate. So when I take my stride, that ball inside is gonna be a little in front, that ball down the middle is gonna be about even, and then this ball outside is gonna be right inside of my front foot. It depends on where you set up. So if you are someone who sets up in the back of the box, those balls are gonna have to move back a bit. If you are someone who sets up in the front of the box, those balls are gonna have to move in front just a bit. So set the tee up for what's most beneficial for you.